What's up, YouTube? Today we got a Sentinel point of view. I guess it goes for Marauders as well. We're doing Nightmare Draxus. The 8-man group makeup is we got a Vanguard tank, Guardian tank, Sage, and Slinger DPS, as well as a Shadow and myself, the Sentinel. And then we've got 2 Commando healers. Not necessarily the best way to go for heals, but that's what we're doing today. So, start out, we're going to pop Valorous Call. Just to get things going, then we can pop a Zen right away and get moving through the boss here. Just hold on before you do your Master Strike, just give it an extra second before you press it, that way if you get pulled in you're not getting interrupted on it. And then you're going to run over, we pick up SWTOR, they get divided out between the DPS and then the tanks pick up 2. We're just going to beat the SWTOR down here a little bit. And then once it gets close to being dead, what you're going to want to do is force camo so it runs away from you, and either double saber throw or you can do your dispatch to finish them off and you won't gain a stack. Once you've done that, you can jump in and jump on the tanks, and you can burn one down without having to worry about your stacks before you go running out of there so you don't die like a moron in stupid. So here we go, you can see me moving away, get into your position to burn down all the dispatchers. Throw out some AoE, focus on the middle one, burn them down. You can hear the parsec timer going off there. I use that just as an audible cue to get my cauterize going again, so every 6 seconds after I apply it to an enemy, it's going to beep and just give me a heads up that I need to put back on.
Here, not
I know.
Then we're going to go for the corruptors on the side, burn it down first, try to interrupt halfway through the cast, if not a little bit more. Give yourself a little extra time to DPS. We've been doing this for quite some time, so we don't have to worry about burning things down, but when you're first starting out, it's going to be a DPS race this whole fight. So after we get the corruptor down and one dispatcher down, the ranged DPS on either side will finish up the last one. Melee, if you get pulled in early, just go ahead and just keep burning down the boss, and the ranged DPS will clean it up while you're doing it. You want to get the boss up before the next dismantlers come out, so.
I was just kidding, Red.
Don't use your adrenals or anything for this phase. This one's pretty easy to burn down. Just tanks are going to tank them, we spank them, clean it up, and then move on to dismantlers. When you're got the dismantler aggro, it's important not to stay on the stairs, because sometimes you just get kicked back on a downward angle into the floor, and if your tanks aren't super quick on their taunt, you're gonna die from a one-shot from them. So just bring them down to a flat part and make sure you got lots of open area behind you.
Healers and stuff in the back.
We're getting ready for the double corruptor phase at the back. The Sentinel and the Shadow go back, as well as the healers for the interrupts. The healers are gonna grab the first interrupts, and then the DPS will grab the second. You don't want to be leaping back there, you want to make sure you're back there with lots of time. And you don't want to force speed or anything like that, just in case you get pulled by the boss during this phase. You'll see the Shadow is about to get pulled, and now he's got to use his force speed to get back in there and get that interrupt in time, so keep aware of that. Burn the bulwark down before he goes into a rage and kicks everybody's ass.
What?
Fuck you, that.
And then now you want to use your Valorous Call, pop your Inspir. If you already had 30 stacks, you can get a Zen off right away after your Valorous Call too.
Love Daddy,
So
don't stand it.
this is a time when you want to burn your adrenals. This is the big burn phase, so just give them everything you got.
Love that. Jesus Christ.
We're a little bit slow here tonight, so you're going to see the phase is going to get pushed. We're going to put some dots on them, and then leave it and head back. Grab that corruptor. Make sure the corruptor doesn't get any cast off.
I was about to get it too. I was pressing my button.
I got the gear.
Pushed.
The gear's mine.
Move on to the bulwark. As soon as the bulwark's done, you guys want to make sure that you're running off and helping out with the dismantlers, otherwise they're going to just start kicking people too many times. Luckily with the Shadow,
Yeah, I got Ohm Slots.
the third kick, the Shadow's able to taunt it, and then we finish up this dismantler. That's probably the trickiest mechanic to get through on a fight,
Getting him up.
is handling those 2 dismantlers.
Guardian's next, right?
Yeah.
Make sure you decide which guardian you're going to do. Our group always does the left one first. Just burn one down and then the other. It's not so much of a big deal these days because they fixed the bug where
Careful now.
even in
Guardians will
8-man
let
they
go.
had 16-man health on the guardians, so they're a lot easier to burn down these days.
Don't troll me like that, Jaff.
I am the real yourself.
Yeah.
During this phase, watch out for the SWTOR being
Eagles,
grouped up in the
okay.
AoE. You guys don't want to get double stacks. So you can see one SWTOR went down there, everybody's got one stack. So we're spreading out to make sure that we don't get the second SWTOR blowing up on everybody and wiping. Get prepped for the double corruptors. Make sure you got your interrupt order in place. 2 DPS. Focus on one. You should only need one interrupt. And then the healers get the other corruptor closest to the pillar. And then the range will get the second interrupt on that corruptor.
You got it.
Sorry, man.
I didn't get it at all.
Always
someone
scares
said
me. This one. Always.
I did not do anything.
I'm like, what are you doing?
Okay, I got first interrupt.
Make sure you get to the back. Everybody always seems to forget the back in pugs, so I always just go there just in case.
Oh yeah, that's gonna hurt. I don't want to be anywhere near that.
Make sure you get your tanks
So
to
what's
mark
it
the
is?
guardian you're focusing on because they'll be jumping all over the
How
place.
does
You
it
won't know
make it
which
do?
one's left or right. So put your target markers
Sorry.
out there and get DPS all focused on the same one. At this point, it's just pretty much autopilot the rest of the fight. Just gotta burn down the guardians and then work on the boss. If you made it this far, you're probably gonna beat the enrage timer. The
These
biggest
are kind of assholes.
DPS check is
Aren't
at
they?
phase 5 there, so
Giggles,
Kill,
you
kill,
and I
kill.
are just trading spots, man.
as long as nobody does
Don't
anything
like this.
stupid,
I'm almost out of force.
like tank the boss towards everybody, then
My
you'll
rotation
be alright.
stopped too.
Come on, 3K, 3K. I can do it. I can do it. Feel it in my bones. Knocking on my window.
And that's all she wrote. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you found some useful information. We'll see you next time.